There is exactly 1 week left in June, which is Pride Month.
And right now there are several bills pending the Ohio legislature that would directly impact individuals of the LGBTQ+ community if passed, marking yet another turning point in the battle for equality.
House Bill 454, known as the Save Adolescents from Experimentation or SAFE Act, aims to block individuals under 18 from gender-affirming therapies conducted by doctors in the state, even with the support of their parents.
And House Bill 616, which is Ohio's version of what critics have called the Don't Say Gay bill, would prohibit schools from teaching about sexual orientation or gender identity, including divisive or racist concepts for students between kindergarten and 3rd grade.
But we begin with House Bill 151, which would ban transgender youth from participating in high school and college sports across the entire Buckeye State.
It would also require schools, higher education institutions in Ohio, and private colleges to create individual single-gender teams and sports.
Our Emma Henderson met up with one local transgender athlete who is speaking out against the bill.
Catch. It's a universal game played by children, parents, or in this case, brother and sister. Fun and helpful if you play softball.
I'm not some major athlete. I am mediocre at best. It shouldn't be a concern for anybody, and it isn't a concern for anyone that knows me, truly.
The concern comes from wording in House Bill 151, dubbed the Save Women's Sports Act, by its author, Republican Ohio House member Jena Powell. WKYC reached out to Powell, but has not heard back. Ember is a transgender female athlete. The act would prohibit her from competing on her school's team, mediocre or not.
This has helped me so much. Being able to be part of a sport and part of a team is such an incredible, amazing experience for me, and I want other people to be able to have that.
Ember cites 4 transgender girl athletes currently in middle school that could miss out on their entire high school athletic careers if this legislation passes in the Senate, which is why her parents, Minna and Chris, support her in speaking out.
Are you kidding? She just got here and now you're gonna take it away from her? And so she was the one that said, I have to talk about this. I have to speak up. If I don't, who will? And it was hard as a family. We had a number of family discussions long before we came out public.
The family is aware of the danger trans youth face when identified. That's why we aren't disclosing their last name or the town where they live. This legislation has them doing some serious evaluating because they will stand by their daughter, just as they did during her coming out journey.
Yeah, I think we're just normal people trying to live a normal life, and yeah, but we're afraid that we're going to be forced out of the state, that it's going to be an unfriendly state for us to live in the future. And my company actually supports that.
It's a story Democratic state senator and member of the LGBTQ community, Nikki Antonio, has heard many times from people across the state.
I think that's part of what's problematic about this bill, is that it would deny children, the right to participate in sports. It also creates a situation where it's demonizing them.
Ember spoke in opposition to the legislation, which argues she has an unfair advantage as a transgender athlete. Both she and Antonio believe the bill is a solution looking for a problem, since as far as they know, she's the only out female trans athlete at the high school level in the entire state. She has one request for Ohio senators if this bill goes up for a vote after summer recess.
Just listen. Just listen, try to see it from my perspective. I mean, I'm the one that's actually going through this. I'm the person, I and a few other trans people, again, there's not many trans people in sports to begin with, are the ones being affected. Listen to what we're saying.
Ember's saying mediocre or stellar, just like any other kid who grows up playing catch, she wants the chance to play with a team. Emma Henderson, 3 News.